This dev over here, Y, the lead developer of ZZZ. The lead developer of ZZZ. There are so many members of the community who insist that everything's okay, who insist that no matter what the devs have already admitted to, no matter what problems currently exist, they'll just say, oh, you can just deal with it. You can just do this instead. The game gives you all the tools you need to solve the problem, and so it's not a big deal. But clearly, even the lead designer of the game is thinking otherwise. And so we have a post over here in Gacha Police, a very popular gacha community, talking about, or really critiquing, the last Shiyu defense run that I had. Talking about how, bro, 3 men's on one side is impressive, to be honest, like Zam. No war, no nothing. It's just something I can't believe. And clearly, they're shit-talking about how I wasn't able to get an S in the latest Shiyu defense. I'm on the record showing some of the data of Shiyu defense. How? In 1.6 the second half, ZZZ had about a 41% HP increase from way back in ZZZ 1.4. And there are so many people talking about how,
oh, he didn't mention how ZZZ in 1.4 they adjusted the ultimate so that all 3 party members could use them at the same time.
Why do you idiots think I started at 1.4? And the only members of the ZZZ community left are those who have genuinely no idea what they're talking about, and they're not able to understand a single argument being put forth by CC. So here we're going to see some indisputable facts. Looking at Pride Win and their Zenless Zone Zero Shiyu defense analytics for some of the best clear times, with data from 45k players. 45k players. With the lowest time being 1 minute and 51 seconds. You multiply that by 2. If you have 2 Miyabis, you're just above like 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the average clear time. And guess what? As you start going down the list, right, you're seeing Zhu Yan at 2 minutes 29 seconds, Harumasa at 2 minutes 26, Qingyi at 2 minutes 25. Guess what? As you start going down, right, and you start seeing these characters who are at 3 minutes, like Jane Doe, and Ellen at 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Guess what? Those units, those characters, they're not actually clearing with an A. If you have 2 of them, that means that the time has exceeded 5 minutes for an S rank clear. And this is what we're seeing from 45k players. When the devs themselves made a 14-minute video. 14-minute video talking about all of the massive problems with the fucking game. The level of toxic positivity that exists in this community is absolutely unreal. The amount of toxic positivity that just brings itself forward every single time anybody tries to talk about issues with this game as it's actively dying. Dying is insane. And the issue is, it never ends. Because guess what? Like I said before, all the reasonable people in the community, all the people with the ability to critically think have disappeared. They've left. They've gone to better games. They've gone to do better things. They're probably playing Wuthering Waves instead. A game with developers that are actually going ahead and making updates. And a game with a community that openly accepts criticism. And this is the thing. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to talk about it right now. Right after we're, basically making jokes, talking about how awful my clear is, when basically everybody's clear is fucking awful at this point in the most recent version of the Shiyu defense, let me provide some context for the take that I was making. In this Shiyu defense over here, you're gonna see over here, this boss that I got 3 minutes and 16 seconds on, this boss has a shield. You can see it's weak to electric. And while the shield is active, it is immune to anomaly effects. You are not able to deal meaningful damage to it, and the only way to break the shield is to deal electro damage to it or stun it. And so that basically means this boss either takes a shit ton of time and is really, really, really annoying to deal with unless you bring an electro character or a shield. And this is what I said is a terrible design decision. This is what I said is player unfriendly. And this is what I said is not fun to deal with. Because guess what, guys? There's a difference between an enemy being resistant to an attribute and an enemy requiring a specific type of character to do anything at all to it. I cleared, absolutely, because I was able to eventually break it using a team that's obviously not catered towards break. I was able to do it. And the thing is, people are just going ahead and saying that it's fine game design. That it's fine game design to have a boss that only 5 or 6 characters on the whole roster can actually deal with well. They're saying that it's good to have an essential role in a game. They're saying it's good to have a boss where you need a specific subset of attributes or a specific kit to work with. And the thing is, that's what I said is wrong with the community. That there are so many people with this Electro Shield boss just saying,
just use Electro. Just use a stunner. Well, you have a free ambi. Just use the free ambi.
They're missing the point. They're missing the point completely. Because why is there an enemy in the game that is this restricted in who you're supposed to use against it? Why not just balance the bosses? Why not just have enemies where they have a resistance to they're resistant to one element or something, but then everyone else on the roster is viable? I'm asking them why they're in such a heavy support for a mechanic that makes it just an annoying experience to play. And there's never an actual answer. There are people that are constantly talking about, oh, he hates team building. He hates doing XYZ. How can I hate team building when I'm against a mechanic that is forcing you to use a certain type of character?
Just double EX, hold basic, and switch out.
What? Isn't that promoting team building? Doesn't it promote team building to be able to use a wide roster of characters?
I have no idea how to use this unit.
Versus being restricted to a specific archetype, or else the boss is going to be one of the most annoying things in gacha gaming. It's insane. And this is the thing. That's what people are saying I'm blaming the community for. And now we got Drake's Revenge over here saying shit like, this is the problem I have with him. If someone did this for Wuwa, he would grill them into oblivion. But it's okay to do it to Hoyo Games. Basically insinuating that I'm a shill who's just gonna critique every other game other than Wuwa. Or really, yeah, don't tell people to get good, which apparently I do in Wuthering Waves.
I have double crit everything and I can't clear. You might suck at the game. You might just be really bad at the game. People can have C6 characters and also not clear because they suck at the game. And so my advice to you is look up a guide on how to play the game and get better.
If you aren't going to do that in anything other than your favorite game. And this is the thing. Unfortunately, it does appear that Drake's Revenge, one of the most active members of this community, has the memory of a fucking goldfish. Because guess what? I made a video. I made the same exact critique for Woo-Wah. When their TOA buff required Spectral Frazzle and Spectral Rover, a free character, was the only unit in the game who could trigger it. 2.1's TOA reset is a massive problem. And you can see from the thumbnail, Spectral Frazzle inflicted takes 5% extra damage. It didn't matter that Spectral Rover was free. Having this type of buff in the game heavily restricted your team building and did not feel good. Because you only have 3 units you can use in Woo-Wah and ZZZ. And being forced to slot in a certain type of character just to get advantages or deal with the enemies or buffs is just not fun. It's just not something that players necessarily want to do or support. And this is the thing. This is a video that's critiquing the game. I'm calling the reset a massive problem. That was a like ratio. Yeah, that's about like 90, 96, 97, 98, 99%. That's the like ratio of that video. Of me saying that Kuro done fucked it all up. That Kuro made a TOA buff that was not fun to use. Despite not really being predatory, it was just not really fun to use. And it wasn't fun for team building, and it wasn't a good experience. You'll see from the dislike ratio that the Woo-Wah community was incredibly open to the critique. While the ZZZ community, which I just talked about with the Electro Shield, will just tell you to deal with it and just use Impact or Electro, bro. In the face of a dog shit mechanic.
Alright, if you don't get here in less than 20 pulls, you owe me $50. Oh, fuck. Watch this. Stop.
Greetings, Rover. I will escort you for the time being.
You got scared, bro. Okay, Shorekeeper. Hey, there you go.
This name suits me well enough. It aligns with my purpose.
You got the
and
VTuber.
drive. They only exist because of you.
VTuber acquired. Let's go. You gonna pull for her weapon now, or? Get her. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yellow. Fuck. Yellow. Oh my fucking god. S1 Shorekeeper question mark? Fellas, is gambling good? Damn, it was on the last pull, wasn't it? Hey, there you go. Encore. Marina.
This flower is for you. I hope it makes you happy.
Again!
Alright. Understood. Following order. Justice is served. I found you.
Our time to shine, bro!
No use resisting.
Go, 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 go!
Dance, dance! Let's not disappoint our customers! The enemy's still kicking.
I found you.
Mind your manners.
Straight into the ground!
Time to turn. No, you struggling. Are you red-handed? Ready and waiting. There's nowhere to run.
Straight into the ground! Ha-ha! Straight to the Earth's core! Yeah!